Welcome back to Chow Time Pods. Your host, Red. A video from Modern Dating here.
What's happening? What's going on? Kevin was right!
Winter is here!
And we don't have a man! Oh my God.
Kevin Samuels is right.
I love AI sometimes, but it's always so goofy sometimes. I can't tell. I'm so dumb sometimes watching videos. I can't tell what's AI or not, other than when there's something just horribly off with the image or something, you know, like the box looks like a circle or something. I don't know.
I hate to admit that so much. But gotta give credit where credit is due. Kevin Samuels was right. Ladies, winter is coming.
1 year ago, Kevin Samuels proclaimed that a cold winter was coming for single women.
I want to tender a special apology to men. Life is nothing without a man in your life as a woman.
Finally, they came to the conclusion that Kevin wasn't lying. They are now experiencing what he had said a long time ago.
I don't understand why you wouldn't want a woman like me. I am successful, I'm rich, I can fight. If you can't be with my people.
Have you looked at your face? I'm just saying, like, the biggest thing is the face. I think most men, body can be whatever, but the face card cannot decline. Come on.
You can be with the door. Oh, you're in your masculine area. Well, why don't you get in yours? Sick of men telling me, oh, well, you know, you hardcore. Yes, I am. Well, I am the table.
Yeah, she's saying all the wrong things, and is apparent. Why you single? The question that she asked in the beginning, she don't understand why she's single. You just explain why you single.
Everything was a role of a man. A man is masculine. A man is a provider. She said, I got money. That's a man's job. Those are three things that women look for in a man. She didn't name a quality that a man will look for in a woman. At the end of the day.
That's why I said that face card might not check out.
You're describing a man, and men don't want to date men.
I'm successful. I'm rich. I can fight. Sounds like Floyd's resume. She was getting cheered on. That makes it even more funny.
It does.
I got scared when she started yelling. She literally described herself as a man who is husband material. I've been telling my friends we have failed to teach our daughters how to be women. You can be successful and still be feminine and a lady. She didn't even need to ask that question. She answered it herself.
Yep.
This short clip shows why it's so important to understand the other gender. Some people take knowledge for granted, which is why they usually struggle to get what they want. She clearly demonstrated that she had no idea what most men are looking for or what we are attracted to, and that's why she was so firm on her point.
Yeah, I really think women can force attraction. I think women think they can force attraction. I said that wrong. They think that just because they are these things, they can make men want them. But remember, attraction is not symmetrical. We don't care about money. You care about money. You want a man to make more than you. There's very few men out there that are thinking, yeah, how do I find a wife to take care of me? It's just not usually a common thing.
It's like a man bragging about his shoes and gaming collection, and then wondering why women aren't interested. What made her think most of us are drawn to those attributes? I think
What? You guys don't like my figures in the back of my studio? Screw you.
Considerable number of women still don't know that we aren't attracted to the same things. She believed those traits would give her an advantage in the dating scene, not understanding that they don't. In fact, in many cases, they lead to the opposite result, because there aren't many men willing to be in a relationship with someone who sees herself as strong and independent.
Kevin Samuels was right. I hate to admit that so much. But gotta give credit where credit is due. Kevin Samuels was right. Ladies, winter is coming.
It's here.
And last night proved to me that I need a man. For real. Because I almost died in my room. It was 30 degrees in Houston last night. My toes almost froze off.
30 degrees ain't that bad. If you're talking about like 0, then...
Unfortunately, we gotta stop with this strong, independent bullshit, because when it gets cold...
So she only realized this because she almost lost her toes?
Cold outside. We cannot cuddle up with our independence. Okay? Yes, I have an amazing blanket and central heat and all that stuff. I didn't turn the central heat on last night because I didn't know it was going to be so cold, but that's neither here nor there. The point of the matter is, I should have been cuddling up with my man. Okay? I should have been increasing my body heat when it was cold. But you
Oh. Get some exercise, cardio in,
know what I was doing? Laying my strong, independent, stupid ass in the bed by myself. Now let me tell you something.
Hey, shout outs to her for the self-deprecating thing. It's like, hey, yeah, sometimes like you are a dumbass. I am a dumbass. We make dumbass decisions sometimes. As long as you can acknowledge it and correct those dumbass things and dumbass ways, you may not be such a dumbass anymore.
I'm done being single. I've been saying this for months and I'm so serious. I am done being single.
Get a heating blanket. I'm curious as to why it took cold weather to wake her up.
Right.
Let's see how many women receive this message, or do what they do best, be contrary for the sake of being contrary. If you think you're lonely now, wait until tonight, girl. It's just getting started. You got a few more winters left to be cold. Nope, stay strong. You got
this.
It's interesting that it took her this long to understand or at least admit that Kevin was right, because anyone who's honest and willing to accept reality would agree with most of his message.
Correct.
He always told the truth. What most people disliked was his delivery, but
I've always said it. The only big quorum I've always had with The Godfather was just his 3-month, 6-month rule thing, where he's like, you would know that long. Yeah, you might know, but you don't know them. So that's the problem I always had. 3 years, guys. 3 years.
The information was usually on point, and they knew it. I suppose she also didn't know that the idea of not needing a man is temporary and only lasts so long. And when that time passes, there's eventually a need for that masculine presence in their life, just like the phase she's going through now. What amazes me is that they often reach this realization at this stage, when everything would have been much easier had it happened years earlier, back when their dating pool was far more promising, but to each their own.
I want to tender a special apology to men. Everything that I might have said, every negative thing that I might have said in the past to men, I sincerely apologize. Even though I've never really been the one to go hard on men, I might say a little bit of things here and there, but I've never really been the one that goes hard on men like that. But every little thing, no matter how small, how big, how magnificent, or how very little itty bitty that I have said against men or about men, I take it back. I take them all back.
Why? What changed?
And I apologize. Tender my apologies to men. Because this is inevitable. There's nothing we can do without men.
I'm glad you figured that part out.
Absolutely nothing. Life is nothing without a man in your life. As a woman, as a matured woman, I mean, woman that is mature enough to have a man in her life. It's just like, girl child. Without a father figure in her life, it's a struggle. Without a father figure in a girl's child life, in a boy's child life, it's a big struggle. Imagine a mature woman that is old enough to have a man like me, and there's no man in my life. Imagine what I have to go through on a daily basis without man. Like, go to work, wake up, go to work, come back home. It's just me. This is crazy. Whoever is out there saying men are not important, I think you have something else coming for you. Maybe you have something else going on with you that you need to be checked. Men are highly, highly important in the life of women, in the lives of all women.
They're highly, highly important in the life of other men. I can't survive this world without most of the men doing the hard things and the incredible things that they do for us. I'm a bitch. I was raised in modern society. It's not like I know how to forage or I know how to hunt properly. I know how to shoot guns, but I don't know how to hunt.
Men are important. I can feel the impact. I can feel the And how you say this word? I can feel the vacuum.
The good thing about this video is that she chose to be honest, touching on a point most who defend this ideology tend to omit. They usually talk about the fun nights out and the solo trips, but they never mention what happens when they get home after work. The emptiness that comes with it. Nobody talks about the feeling after the apartment door closes.
I can feel the loneliness every day. Almost every day of my life, I feel lonely without a man in my life. The lonely nights, the nights you feel horny and there's no one there to cuddle you, to kiss you, to, do all these nice things to you. There's no one to do all that. It's crazy. And I'm not ashamed to say all this because I'm mature enough. I'm old enough to say things like this. I get the urges too.
And it's funny because there's women at her age that are going to double, triple down on the man hating, even though they really want the men.
A mature man never begs to be chosen. He accepts when he's not welcomed, invited, or included, and moves on with his dignity intact.
My man.
I know this is content creation, but it's okay. At least you have made your point. It's clear men are important in the life of women, even as women are same to men. To compliment may help us to know we need each other.
Correct.
You come to your senses now? Your apologies accepted. Now you know. If you know.
That's the thing. He accepted it. I don't think most men will. I think a lot of men now, I've always said this, you can mess up, you can apologize, but they don't have to accept that apology. And I can see most men walked away, don't even hear the apology anymore.
Oh, you know. Are you trying to say you are single? This is what maturity looks like. She finally understood it. Although that ideology may sound appealing, it doesn't serve them well, especially when winter comes. Only those who don't recognize that we are social beings believe they can live perfectly without a spouse. The truth is that we aren't meant to be alone, yet some people try to prove nature wrong, but time and experience show that certain things can't be changed. They remain as they are. I've noticed that those who say men aren't important in their lives usually developed that mindset because of personal experiences or the...
No, I disagree with you, Modern. I don't even think it's personal experiences. It's just stories and stuff that is instilled from other women and online. I actually don't think a lot of these women have experienced just this horrible nature of men to that degree.
Environment they grew up in, and it's something they need to work through, as it isn't typical. As she said, she can now feel the impact of not having a man in her life, and many other women experience the same thing every day, though they rarely admit it. They prefer to insist that it makes no difference, just to avoid being fully open about it.
I am positive this woman is not alone. Y'all check this out.
When I was in college, I dated a very traditional Christian man who asked me at one point, how do you feel about after you graduated, we just immediately got married and you were a stay-at-home wife and you didn't have to work? I was honestly offended by that question because I was so passionate about this thing that I was getting a degree in that I was just so eager to enter the workforce and do this thing that I loved and get money for it. Fast forward to today, I've graduated, we broke up, I'm now working in the profession of the thing that I got a degree in, and I changed my mind.
You made your decision.
I changed my mind, I know. I don't want to do it anymore, I'm done.
She barely graduated and started. And they expect men to work for the rest of their lives to provide for them.
That feminism struck again. I bet it's watching her video like, gotcha.
I understand where she's coming from, and she's certainly not the only one going through it. What makes it even more interesting is that many of them are sometimes working 3 jobs, just because they were led to believe they aren't supposed to find someone to build a life with.
Correct.
Now they think loneliness is the way to go, but to each their own. They have to do whatever makes them happy. So what can we really say?
Instead of trying to talk women out of their boundaries and their standards, you could just stop being a loser. Like, that is an option. You could do that. You could become a desirable man so that women actually like you and actually want to date you. And I've said this before, the men that are the most irate on social media about women's standards and boundaries are the ones that simply cannot meet them. And I think
I meet most of those except for the 6 foot thing.
the root of the issue is that you attract a certain type of woman that you may not necessarily be attracted to. So you would much rather the women that you are attracted to lower their standards so that you could possibly obtain the type of woman that you actually like.
Her whole argument would fall apart if she explained what her definition of not being a loser is, because I'm willing to bet she would describe a single 6-foot Chad making $100K, and that's where the disconnect lies. When we talk about unrealistic expectations, we mean that it seems as if every woman expects a man to be over 6 feet and earn well above the average income, which is one of the reasons the dating scene is getting challenging. They don't realize they're all aiming for men who are above average.
Yeah, they don't realize how much money is actually out there and how much money people truly earn.
While only a small percentage of the population actually fits that category.
15%.
The thing is that these days many people believe they'd be settling if they got into a relationship with someone on their own level. And that's exactly what we're talking about. It's the same if most guys were mainly targeting supermodels.
It's true. Men aim for the best they can get, right? But we don't aim for the best, period. That's the problem. Women aim for the best, period, the best numbers, the best whatever, period, where men are like, I'll get what I can take. I'll still take the best I can get, but I'll take what I can take. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate it. And see you guys next time. Ciao.